tour, betting tax, e-levy, emissions levy, which I agree, of course. There are some of us, some of those decisions we took a different path. Okay, Baumia comment on e-levy, if you say it is not something that must be done. But at the end of the day, and you are no kwana wa by anymore. The entire government took a decision, say, you pay e-levy, and yeah. You see, you pay betting tax, but Baumia says, on when you call be betting tax, if you those things are there.
For Gongongo TV Sunia Sanso Ababia Mamunina Kwa Bama Moshia Wadama and ye subscribe be a share like ne comment. Ebremu de Dinamuni Nana JUANTUA in Shire FM Wane Dr. GIDEON BOAKO ya no Kasa Edema Kanema Penya Bediachi Dr. Alaji Mahmoud Baumia no pie nsɛm sɛ hu sɛ kwadofo no hu bono ɛne nsɛm a wapie nya asɛm ketewa nyema bi Baumia ɛde n'adwene kɔ yɛn so yamfa de Akufo-Addo nso kyerɛ n'adwene wɔ ho ɛno nso so ɛkɔyɛ something hobrede hɔ ɛne ɛkɔyɛ partisɛm a saa bere wuhwɛ mu fa baabi de ɛde wɔn aba beduru baabi a Ebenezer ɛsum wɔn akɔgu nsɛm no de apise pitɔɔ yɛmfa mamon nkɔmɔ twetwe no mu ne Nana JUANTUA party nsɛm a wabiebie bi so akyerɛ ɛna afei nso opposition nso sesei de wo hu ɛfa ho abusua yɛnkɔbɔ yɛni akɔ ho mai
abensɛm ni nyinaa no so boa ne yɛta de bɔ ne paa ne sɛ yɛsɛ waben bɛboa economy ne nso a afekyere ne se nti ade na mu nyinaa mo wɔ hɔ ne bin a waben nyinaa no Ghana force abɔ ne so boa ɛno kora affect mo chances of movie.
Oh, I mean, you see, economy and management, there's no doubt. You see, sometimes there's a lot of propaganda, but senior or no one can say, okay. I think Ghanaians are beginning to see things. There's no doubt. Say, Amamua President Akufo-Addo Nina Bayembuyan was one of the best in this country. Forget about the propaganda. And then, and someone this before kind of propaganda, they are beginning to feel it. Meanwhile, Akufo-Addo the first 3 years, we didn't who know my say. All of a sudden, one was cement price, send the SER page echo from 90 something to 120 something or 130. And yet magical. Okay? And now I know because I know you made day. You took electricity move 14.75%. You took so boom 4%. Effective today. Economy beer no manager. Say can knowledge I the manage economy. I won't brag, but I can tell you, say the President Akufo-Addo team had one of the best. I mean, teams are on normal juma. There's a planning and there's execution. Okay. And now, Sabio Bako force on Chedam for.
Right.
Until I debut how open make proposals. At the end of the day, no government nina be take decisions say na person yoko.
Okay.
You can't say much. And yet proposals are you make here and I say some of us you suggest you be an abide the juma. And you cannot fault governments I didn't make say one fine juma. Because then you won't and you dibu minus so Patriot mention as but I know for sure so say focus be a Akufo-Addo time economy now. What is the problem? What you say? You see here per juma. A juma ni ho. But the records no so say Akufo-Addo Abayano create more jobs than any government since 1992. And found was any obia na enya biaye. But the records no say onone president na penso or ma a juma a doso a chen obia. Na dede kakra okrom yasu a tour betting tax, e-levy, emissions levy, which I agree, of course. There are some of us, some of those decisions we took a different path. Okay, Baumia comment on e-levy, if you say it is not something that must be done. But at the end of the day, and you are no kwana wa by anymore. The entire government took a decision, say you pay e-levy, and yeah. You see, you pay betting tax. Baumia says on when you call be betting tax, if you those things are there. But it doesn't also take away the fact, say since 1992. Ye pa baya wa yi a tour every Ghana for Kuma a President Akufo-Addo abayano. Obekai 3rd March 2017 President Akufo-Addo first budget. Oyi a tour and answer otete tour mako edu so and a different Ghana for Kuma. 17 different taxes. Abay bien no aba Ghana yes adenibi. but ebe kona wie ye no or the two bi buy na enye popular patriote mention ase as ato no eno so enru 17 na oye den oyi free ho no kra but the end of the day no me sa na nan bi a ode buy a enye popular no Ghana for share so eto abetia no yan kai kra say
17
Akufo ado buy no be yi eto be se dunso bi so ye den efri ho e ma ye ho toye me patriote mention ase enne NDC for no moka say e be two away nye two away yes no mo buy no mayi mienu ana mensa afri ho bo ma sa de num aba be him but opachotre mention ase eti entimi ma say omo ye better a chain the Akufo de no MPP for ye but dey ba kon a medi hu ye akakra wo Ghana ni say ye top propaganda more than true issues
atrone ye de
eti ye makwan na nkrofo na sabio ya na nkrofo bebre kasa ya na MPP for ade na monye propaganda ni bi no kwasem ni sabio babi anyame ade ye fin kakran ba bedu ne na me se mebɔ maadwene mesi maadwene pi na matu krata ne adesua asem nyina ato nche na asem no kore ma ya maadwe se medane no a enya me style ba jode me chance sabi abusua bia ne kuro bia ni pe wo mo style wo de ye adwuma ti se wo hwe MPP party ni nipa e wo ma no kwasem ni yentimi enye propaganda no to the extent and this for ye no nipa bebredi ho ya sade na mo de mo nya bie asama NDC ni bi betra aka na be me din se metra ha na mayede na maka
so twa nkontompo kra obeka ne ye
obeka so tell chance enti ye so ye nipa a ye wo kwan se yetimi tena ase na ehunu se sema nkrofo yi kan atro bebre ye den ewom enye se omo twa ntro na omo twa ntro nti no ne ye jane saa na ye kako President Mahama sema o kan ye bebre ene ubusa na anu ato afa ha ubusa na anu ato afa ha ye need 4 months so 5 months e wa bam ye hwe ba bia cement BOAKO akodru cement ye hwe ba bia akodru ye hwe electricity President Akufo-Addo 8 years a odi wo Ghana ha nyina no efie miensa pe na oto anyina mahoden kan ya bom wo Ghana 8 years 2017 wantum 2018 wantum 2019 otum 2020 yanto anyina mahoden kan ya bom 2021 yanto anyina mahoden kan ya bom 2022 yanto anyina mahoden kan ya bom 2023 otum na 2024 otum 8 years Akufo-Addo di wo Ghana ha nyina efie miensa pe and ye to electricity bom wo Ghana ha as we hand this for ye na electricity boy de na electricity boy abai bia ni ho a waba mfie wotwe emu miensa pe na to electricity bom just Akufo-Addo abai wo mo start ye ya o ma hyase atoma friafuwe ye hwe de be kwa akusi enti kase wo na electricity boy na ye din wo Akufo-Addo abai so a yes ade bia o to a otua sika bia no ne tuye ya but no kwasam pa so ne se Akufo-Addo nko ani abai a oti na otimete electricity boy so de magana for 2018 what is so covid buy wo hwe ye che ye nyina ma hoden kanea che ye nso free Ghana for you su kanea ni nso afi baako ye ntua hwe e Ghana ha ba ne nyina mu no eno nkyere sa ahokyere aye den afiri ho na ahokyere sa wo ho se ne ne ahokyere wo ho e na ahokyere wo ho ya sa atomu di ama wo na de na ahokyere ewo ho na wantum no one de ahokyere ho sa atum de he na ye eti propaganda no na e doso enye bibia na Akufo-Addo aba no enya no right but no kwasam ne evidence wo ho kyere sabio ye nim se Kumase Asante region enye puntujuma a yehwehwe nyina ne ensakae
right
enne akwaya ye pese nyina ne ensaka but no kwasam nso ne se President Mahama ne President Mills mfie watwe mo bedi ye nyina kwan be no mo ye Kumase ne nyina kodi asawase mebo a muntaka mfikyire ho asawase ne na kyire ho ba hwa kwaya MPP aban aye wo Kumase krom ha me di ba omi achi ane ebeka 100 kilometers of road that walk Kentinkro no ensane mebo a and now fans ane ne ho ni no mani nyina 100 km ya ye kwan ni nyina hwe kwan a da ban kwan ene ne nkro ne ba hwe bosomtwe kwan ene ne nkro ne ba hwe bantuma mfikyire hwe nhyiaye so ene ode sen manhia ene san mfikyire kwan ne adade ene kura aka ba no so nkyere se akwan a ewo Kumase nyina ya ye de ya ye ne Asante mantam nyina airport fie du no omo nya sa akwan ne ma Asante ba no so nkyere se ya solve Asante man problems nyina ye de awie On bandits in Betima Tras now I can't sum to MPP ni correct so MPP buyer I have Santi Omunya. Meanwhile, you who 8 years of President Mills and the President Mahama, I was Santi region. So until do baby, as I say in I tenase, and yen some no and crop 4 car and yen no creno. And I see a change cost be because negative news sells faster. Or just I know moka. Papa ne dear a young crop 4 shut down and can be brave. Inti Sabio baby MPP, ya could drew yan. Sabra ya yakwa could draw. There is no way NDC ever show commitment to this region. Aye Jumache the MPP aye wa.
As in NDC ne Ashanti region.
Exactly. Amonya what you say? But the MPP here in no. Still there are problems with Bray so ha. Because we did not say mutimi yede. E solve my yes sir. We did not bit my solve my because say yemre. Na wuntimi nye bibia nti na wagye atom. Say yenim. Say modi my boy in no. Adwuma ne bebre ho so a yentima anye den. Yentumi anye. Ye no manfo akasa ne ahwe se ne besi aye. Enti men kasa bi a MPP for ye sura bofo. Ana se bio ya mamek susogu Ghana for enum ana ye fa Ghana for efra asase su kodru heaven. Ba no kwasem pa ne se ohwe modern mo ene adwuma ye na wo de toto sabia manyasem ne ye ana wo no obi na esi aka wo de toto the NDC for enso ba aban mu omo beye ne de omo ye ya 8 years as President Mills Mahama by 2009 to 2016. 2009 Kwan or man to Yamahodin Kaniabum. Every year, no mutum. In fact, 2015, I was saying, doom so a moya de power Ghana Hano. Almost to Yamahodin Kaniabum, 90% our Ghana. 90%. The highest our President Kufuado buying at Tumu was 56%. That was 2003 to 2023. Last year, 6%. And Mahama Tumu 14.7%. Yet, and this Libe Kasawane Boso Akasa Diadin, so as if you say, or only 14.7% now, what Tumu Nukrano, a yet Chahaku Fado to a Jumayafua Ketuemu. Namahama Mosiusa, almost says, and no by a son of Matum 10%. 10%. Kufuadu peja koko price equal 3,100 or so. Almost so is you buy about 6,000, it is 7,000, and ne 3,000 a crown or more catch a Jumaya for 3,000 a crown also. We won't know my idea by an assure Monsemo. Until now the normal to turn send now share Juma previous government year, and my minor COVID. Any Russia-Ukraine war issues a buy a mass a be a Maya Cassia American Numunina Bunichi. Now we shall send a Ghana is here and Tibusan was a Tikan this for power and COVID this our Ukraine is some betroma and Quebec Coinfa. Ghana ni biaji tumsa kufa the first term. It was super fantastic. COVID the buyer nipa tene fie afe baako obi en kwadwuma. Lockdown okay. Aban sikasem enko ne ma ba ne nyina mu no. And no ma na Akufo-Addo abane yema ahia for wan ka da biara da sa COVID aba we nkwa adwuma we ma aban sikasem ya nti free senior high school me de mensa ka say Akufo-Addo anya bi da MPP abane gina ye na so ka say esa sa ade we ye beboa ahia for ne mobrowa fonti no emfa ho ne ahokyere aba wiase ye gina ye nan so free senior high school no performance school free abaya opeso boa mobrowa for ne yes ade wanka da biara da say COVID baye esan se monko adwuma nti maketua metete so ana say wo ye teacher na wo ye adwuma mfie miesa metua abosome miesa pe se ne na mahama abaye no COVID sem ne Russian Ukraine war mu nyina achi no dwuma ni bia ni ho abosome so ye oka se abosome aso ye ntua meka bia see that never in this country igina ye na so make sure say dwuma esese ye momo yakote adwuma so ne nyina ne hahan necessary buy finance akwan so kope bosia ebetua Ghana for kai even though yenkwa adwuma ne yetua ka health workers anomudi COVID anim Akufo-Addo so makatua machemu mienu me de fast aye den aka ho de amamo aban ben na yes ade na Ghana ha aban ben na yes ade na Ghana for da ban ye ni nyina MPP aban yes anoma ni nyina de ma Ghana for enso ko wi ase no ebia sebe anamo ba kon sebe wo nante a ede abe poli kakra enye sa ba bi ba ko mienu miensa bia ye poli ye no nipa gina so the punish Kufuado aban, MPP aban, eto abetia ye. Democracy na ye practice. It ye no beer ni grudge, ye no beer ni ntokwa. Now so no kwasam no ne say, as I see a magana fo hunu. Ye ye to me ye. Omo akasa so mani tua. Ene yera Mahama no abeso akonya no. Obi ade ani di akiri. Osha ase a oso beto koko man na oso ntimi ntum ye hu. Cement price asemba na Mahama anka wa campaign. O say obema ya ma flat rate and as a flat price was cement and yes I say obama ya to cement 30 cedis and yes na Mahama kai
yeah be there now
campaign time somehow kai
30 cedis
yeah
how
was a flat cement price above from
30
yes
well
and the cement price away from 90 baby for some ton 130 e be no some ton 125. Say a lower end 125 for crass and Babeka. Say I was starting until with time. President Kufo free abemo. He did not tell me so Kufo Ghana Telecom Bajasokai. Kufo na Vodafone and I say and I Kufo Hotel Lupri and na Yampeneni Mashakra. And ne Obia Babe who's a sena Kufo buying MPP are buying it the nay a day a year ducham.
By your uncle for Mokase Nana Kufo do MPP no. And Tessa Kufo MPP no. I am sure say ye were MPP for Bibria no mokase MPP a ye nim no. And yet the Nana Kufo do ebeyen. It being so what be. Is it not fair to assume say in Kufo war a certain standard ma MPP?
Yeah.
It is a way to me achieve sa standard no crowd there. And ye be punish.
It's true. You see, to some making me better. Before we tell more a certain standard, mame. Come with what they work with school or what I say. I mean, Ubua de Casabuha, Nico Socasa. I saw sorry ba any suffer. So, Bonnie, I'm sorry by ye, no. Can you bonnet to it? So for Ukoyemu 1% to cry, what's some bit in the Ghana hanging? I appreciate the fact that Ghana for a certain standard be a modern measure MPP for different from NDC for crowd. And now be NDC for back account before the MPP new bill and to Namudia and Fatamo all the merchandise. And it also shows to say naturally people respect you. For a boom or more certain high standards. The unfortunate aspect in this one is say the power rate high sir. A money so difficult say the obey piano and found say the way and a bro nipa on any jina can see so dear be now some who says I won't share that because oh dear Gabert try bro for no car and yet is and was to send be what I say you say oh dear mood nin corner by and no sa standards no ayana a DMPP phonia because NDC for a year be big to a be na and also cry as a grofo you okay. MPP bet my idea soon be and so Nanny Perfuse oh nanke pesa wo ye more went man yanisa. Meanwhile so yen na about to croya near ye de yeko. I'm free say a cost why it may not be fair to MPP for no. But the American say ya appreciate sa standards na and grofo at the measure any respect or more what the my MPP for say more dear. You sumo with a different yardstick. But Nina also say, as I say, a year honey ye become. Mentana hana men case. Bibia a course so President Kufado, a Mubia was 100%. I won't say that. Even though NDC for by the send this Nibabe Jinhabe Case or no Bibia course of my bum and in your home. What the merchant by MPP for no. I am very open. So the merchant say, and you Bibia and America say, a chair ye. I demand Ghana for. Na sana bekayan ya nipa and from so nipa right so and I want antia do be no polikakra and ye
but the na samfun so mahu the na Ghana for kasamfun so na mahu
why not
I have opposition no mahu
oh nessa opposition
because na mu wom no na Ghana for ne ka mu push no because one of the things no mu say na mu ye too arrogant ye kan ye kasa mu nti mu push no kire say ase ade na nye kra mo se ye. Then 4 months, Pepper Mon who says, and
4 months, Pepper, but you see, say be a different people.
Yeah,
Nipa who do only a former party, Obian in his suit and in the buy. By the end of the day, Senkate no yɛsɛ baako koraa nyɛ ne bɛfra nkatepa nim a ɛsɛ nkate no nyina ɛnyɛ saa
yeah
nti untimi ka sɛ oh wei na de suban nyɛ wei na de suban yɛ sɛ baako koraa wɔ mu na ɛnya a ɛyɛ nyinaa na afraeɛ megye tom sɛ ɛduru baabi a nipa no bi attitude ɛne su ɛne ban no bi sometimes bu okra no gyina hɔ na ɔno obi kasa na busa ho sɛ me nua ɛnyɛ wa na akɔpa akyɛw ma yɛto abama ma jɔte me gyana sɛ and our political parties no mu bia NDC for I don't have any metric but I know say Ghana for nim say NDC for ya homa so NPP for but yen susu say NPP ni bi betima ya but I say so for ne asori ba de no enti emfa ho ne kasa bi a NDC for be ka ne atemdidie kasa bi ne ade asa ya Ghana fa no so we mu de saa na omote ban NPP ni ba ko pe ko ye bi mo de mo na mo se onti ni nyina e wo ho enye bi bia e wo aban mu na ye nyina ne ye ne je ho but you see and Uncle Kasa and now you know when you I don't know my it doesn't work like that. In a human society, it doesn't work like that. You're near my near Panamotifi. And no be because of fear and in your home, but you could not want to Sansan and Chairman for say, I remember me, yes, my in your home, sister, or yes, or how many you don't do that. You deal with it in house. And sometimes you have say, Baumia, I deal with cost on your name say. Oh, adeɛ we yɛhwɛ wɔ sɛ na ɛwɔ city ana wo mpaade na wama ameka vice president bɛn ɛna ɔyɛ part of aban no na wɔse asɛm wɔ fie ɛnyɛ ɔbɛtra radio so na ɔbɔbɔ mu tonto sansan it doesn't work like that patriotic mɛkyɛn ase sɛ ɛnyɛ kora na you express your views ɛwɔ cabinet any meetings ase o metra bonten anya sɛ na why wadwen sɛ wo nka ho enti wo mo aye mo yesa no sɛ bia adwuma mu ha mo ti mo ethics a mo de yɛ adwuma no wa bebre na bia wa adwuma mu ha wani nya wo ntim metra afidie yi so na wo nka but what mɛkyɛn ase o ka for to what extent
o bra wo
mu bie but mo share meeting ase a megidi sɛ e bi kora de bi ha wo no manager akoso enso ye de ama sɛ bra bɛka ho asɛm ha ɛnyɛ saa na te and yes, it doesn't mean say uni adwene, but a jumane say asem we ye buy no. Say na ye pese ye de ye can no. Also na we ye host no. As I saw bana babeka professionally. But e be make us mo ye meeting when no manager kra koso ntokwa. Ba be du ha no ape power ni ma ye wanim sere. Do be na wa shada asike wadwene. Say ade we mempe. But since a company na decide say na ye pese ye no. Sana me we so be wie no wadanfo bo say amadi hu ya pa na ade na mo ade we wo na wodi wakasa wo kra na wo champion e ba bia mo ye meeting wo so sorry ti enti in a corporate environment company bia ni wa company take decision manager say mani nye ho me kwatra radio so akokase mani nye ho and na why say oh free company no mo patriotic mechanase now you see it doesn't work like that so you're part of a political system you work to perfect it it is a because now they want to see free mo want to see free ma not just when you want so beboa you have to stay make your voice heard
which was said that was the situation of Dr. Baumia.
Oh and yeah Dr. Baumia nko Akufo-Addo ankasa kora so ka ho bi me aso me ka ho bi I tell you and yes, some yana betumaka. But there are decisions president to her ya take here wakasetia decision but majority necessary it went ahead and did it. Actually what mention us. And there are decisions so ya committee president support you been also support at the end of the day majority decision. Why would you assume say be abandoned by be an Akufo-Addo support? No. What mention because me cabinet meeting more. And I sit in so many meetings. I know there have been meetings when people National Council cabinet meeting, President Akufo-Addo didn't support it. But we are saying he came out and spoke as if so no crown this idea in the Bible.
Because I mean, also only up.
Obekaye the famous HEPIC. Say Omo no more at that time. So Safma for another finance minister. I say HEPIC no way. Embasso. Adiaba chairman read the budget. And our cabinet taking decisions are still your buyer HEPIC. Necessary this budget. And you're never can ye. But no more honey now soon say HEPIC I the buy now Safma for Bonya Day. And you so no Begina Parliament every day. So when Peniphobia and Ninkomo, I'm a man who say or Safma for Nagas no support or because of Safma for the day HEPIC.
Okay, so would that be fair to say e-levy, debt exchange program, and then betting tax no, but we are ninja.
menka say enye Bawumia nko. E-levy I can say on authority because Bawumia no wadi ka ba bonte kra be ka say e-levy. Yeah. In fact that time no na edi no nya ma say e-levy. Pacho uti me. I remember say before 2020 elections na discussions ewo ho about taxing sa digital transactions na edi e-levy no kra mai. And I remember in a lot of the meetings, including position papers, BBC, a bequetia financial inclusion, net digitalization agenda. So, but we made arguments to say, look, you can't even do things like this. Into any comments if I can interview before the term e-levy crebe banner, and I'll say, look, any policy, a beka say yen tase, sa momo transactions, not in corner banner, a retrogressive. Emwa to an dear. Bibisa na onim se bibisa bitimi aba ofi say emwa. He made it open and he spoke against it. It is not secret say Bawumia didn't support e-levy.
Okay.
Na oNPP pajo the mechas. But at the end of the day no majority decision and a buyer pajo the mechas. We no ontimi ma about me ka say me pay e-levy to my free abuy anymore. And I'm a resign as vice president. It doesn't work like that. That exchange.
No, for us.
That exchange, I can also say it because government took a decision. Okay, and you Bawumia nkwana name for us. Yeah, you nkwana name for us. Not the entire debt exchange, but the my friend is a haircut. Component debt exchange is an entire what you say component, but an aspect of it nani pebi enforce. And one of such people are now among for us to say a better pensioners. Okay, say pensioners for bondholders names and croniban. One of them is Bawumia. And you know, there I know some other people in government no more for us. At the end of the day, government took a decision. Say, sa component of the debt exchange program no. Emaso.
Right.
In touch pensioners in this anoman. Emma President Ebeye announcement. Remember, President Kufuor, because of that cabinet decision, Ebeye announcement to say pensioners any sa we say no, they will not be touched. That one too, it is not a secret. Meka look, it is not a secret. Meka onye bibia. But at the end of the day, despite the decision say pensioners will not be touched in the banner. During the implementation, they were affected.
Yeah.
But what I mentioned as to the happy year, government decision say debt exchange program, haircut, pensioners, sika, a buying finance and kindness animal. Now, echo see, you know. I'm not here to answer that. But what I mentioned the authority resides with people who have that. But it is an open secret. Said that decision was made. And then the president general so announcement is end happened. And still it happened. But what I mentioned those ones we leave it to those who are close to the power.